Hey guys, and welcome to today's vlog. It's all about happiness. I've got my list here, so I make sure not to forget anything that's super important. But it's one of the questions that I get asked constantly more than anything else that's not really related to fitness and exercise. And that's how I stay happy and positive most of the time. So for me, this is probably really not a natural state of being. I went through a phase where I was really just like unhappy, sulky, moody, and things like that all the time. And I'm just going to share some of the tips and things that I do to stay positive and stay in a happier mindset. So I have my list of things that I really want to talk about today. So here we are. And we're going to start with number one. Number one thing that's really important to do if you want to stay happy and positive in your own life is to quit worrying about what other people think of you. So you've probably heard this before. It's not my brand new radical idea. But it's super important to quit worrying what others think about what you're doing. Now, I'm not saying to go around and be mean and kick over a little kid's sandcastle and be like, I don't care what you think of me, because that's clearly not nice. But as long as you're happy with what you're doing and you feel like you're achieving your goals, you're being the best person you can be, you're moving in that direction, then don't worry about what other people think about it. So one of the things that was super important for me with this is to realize that not everyone's going to like everyone else. So not everyone's going to like me. They're not going to like what I stand for or what I say or do. But that's okay. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own opinion. And it's all right if, you maybe don't get along. We can still be nice to each other. We can still, be okay. So don't worry about what everyone thinks about you. Don't worry about what everyone thinks about your goals. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let it shape your decisions and shape your life, because the more you let what other people want shape your life, the less happy that you're going to be, because you're letting what other people want you to be become your entire life. So when you decide that you're not going to let them shape your goals, change your mind, dictate what you do, it's just like a huge weight is lifted off your shoulders. So don't worry so much about what other people think. That is number one, and now I will refer to my list. The second thing, and this has been really key and helpful for me, is to really keep working on myself and keep working to improve every day, even if it's just for a few minutes or just with small steps or little things that I can change. So this doesn't have to only be physical. I know that I'm all about fitness and health and things like that, but for me, this is a lot about reading and just being positive and doing things that take my mental state, I guess, to a whole new level. I like to always have a positive book around. That's something that's really been key for me, to just continuously be reading self-improvement, positivity, surrounding myself with things that I feel like are really just going to make me think in a more positive, more goal, go get it kind of way. I know when we just sit and dwell on, just things in our lives, sometimes it can kind of take a turn for, oh, I'm not doing this, or I want to be doing this, or why haven't I gotten here yet? But just completely all the time engrossing yourself in just a few minutes a day of something positive can make such a difference. So I like to do my devotional every morning. That's a very positive thing for me. And I like to read a few pages out of a positive book. I see right there, Resisting Happiness is sitting there. I read that at the beginning of the year. Maximum Achievement is one that I'm reading right now. I have a whole list of them that I read that I need to share with everyone that wants to see them. But just having that little positive time every day and really changing your mindset to, always thinking of turning whatever you're doing into something positive, turning whatever you're doing into just looking at things a different way, I guess, is a way to put it simply. I don't want to keep going and going because I'll make this video like 10 hours long. But yeah, surrounding yourself with something positive, always working to improve yourself in little ways. All right, let's see what else I have here that I really wanted to talk about, but I can't remember right now. Yes, this is super key here. Doing your best in everything that you do. So I know it's really easy, and I've definitely been guilty of this before, of just, if it's something that you don't want to do, you maybe just kind of slack off or do it really quickly, or just don't give it all that you can or give it your best effort because you don't want to do it. So it's easy to just do a half job and kind of be slack about it. But when you consistently do the best that you can on everything, and you do a job that you can be proud of on every little thing, whether it's cleaning your toilet or helping someone, move, or just whatever it is, something that you maybe don't want to be doing or a job that you don't like, You may not want to do it, but when you go in with the attitude of I'm going to do my best, it just adds up. Doing your best in everything that you can do just really gives you a sense of self-worth and, just I did this, I did great, I can sign my name off on that and I feel good about it. And not necessarily that like cleaning the shower really well is going to all of a sudden equate with happiness, or cleaning it really badly is going to be unhappiness, but just consistently doing things well builds your self-esteem, builds your self-worth. You're like, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this job that I've done. And yeah, it just builds up. All the little positive things that you do that may seem stupid or silly, they build up to build you up and build your mentality up to be happier and more positive in general. So the next thing that brings me to is being grateful. So having a grateful and thankful mindset. For me, that's been really key. And one of the things that I like to do that really helps me stay in this mindset is to start or end, or both, every day with 3 things that either went well, that would be more at the end of the day, or 3 things that I'm grateful for or looking forward to. So if you wake up and you're having trouble and you're just a little bit grumpy or not excited for the day, it can only help to sit there and be like, I am thankful for this. I am thankful for that. I am thankful for whatever. It just really gets your mind in the mode of thinking in a grateful mentality, because I know that there's a lot of things that we do during the day that maybe we don't want to do. Just like I said before, we don't want to clean the toilet. It's not fun all the time, but I'm thankful that I have a toilet to clean, right? So some people don't, and that's just spinning the way that you look at things to be a more grateful, more positive outlook, and it really, really helps with your overall happiness. Just shifting that focus is so key. So let me see what else I have here. Yes. Okay, so just going off of that same kind of thing, focusing more on what goes right than what goes wrong is super key as well. It's really the same concept here, but we can all dwell on that one thing that went wrong during the day, and I promise I used to do it, and I used to do it all the time, and I would just be like, oh my gosh, my day stunk because of da-da-da-da-da, when 100 good things happened that day too that I could have chosen to focus on. So that alone will shift your mindset so incredibly. And then just 2 more things. I'm going to keep this video short. Probably need to slow down my talking. So making sure that your goals and actions line up. This one is super important. Just because internally we know when we're saying we want to do something and maybe we're not taking the actions to do that thing. So say that my goal is to gain muscle or lose 10 pounds or just get fit and healthy and things like that. It would obviously be a little more specific probably than that. But if that's your goal, general example here, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to get fit, blah, 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 and then you go and you don't do anything, any small steps to take action towards that goal, it's really going to make you inside, deep down, it just starts to wear on you. When your actions and your goals and what you say all lines up, it's just a wonderful feeling, because you know that what you want and what you're doing are in sync and in line, and you can feel good about that. Just in general, when you're doing things that are working towards what you want, it's a wonderful thing. When you're kind of off and maybe you're saying that you want to, anything, just be a better person or whatever, and then you start, again, going around kicking little kids' sandcastles down, your actions and what you want are not aligned. And now that's an exaggeration, probably no one is doing that, but just that's a very stark example. I want to be a better person, I'm kicking little kids' sandcastles down. Inner turmoil is sure to follow, which doesn't lead to happiness and positivity. So just making sure that your actions and your goals are in line with each other is super, super key. And then this one is, something that is equally important, but a lot of times when we're driving to our goals, we forget about it. Doing something that you enjoy. Taking the time, whether it's every day, every other day, a couple times a week, to do something that you really enjoy is super key to being happy and staying positive. If you are all work and you're constantly just go, 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 you never rest, you never have any fun, you never do anything you enjoy, it just wears on you. It gets very difficult to not be exhausted and down and tired and just blah and not ready for the day. So taking time, and I know it sounds silly because it seems like it would just be something natural. We would all do things that we enjoy. But taking time to do things you enjoy is so important, even if it's just 30 minutes a couple times a week. And that sometimes can be hard for me and I get it if it's hard for you too, because I'm the type of person who feels like, well, if I'm not working towards something right now, then I'm wasting my time and oh my gosh, what am I doing? And I can't sit here and watch TV. I should be trying to do something, to better myself or to work on my goals or whatever. But taking that time to do something you enjoy pays you back tenfold, or to relax or rest or something along the lines of not just work, work, work is super important. That's it. That's my short little spiel on happiness. That's my 2 cents. Those are the things that have really helped me to kind of, stay more positive, get into a happier mindset, and not be so blah like I could tend to be sometimes in the olden days. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'm so happy that you were here. I hope that this helped you in some small way. And yeah, if there's something else you'd want to hear or a vlog you'd want to see or whatever, let me know below. Subscribe, head to my Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and check those out. The content there's a little bit different than my YouTube. You get more pictures and writing and things. But thank you so much for joining me, guys. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you have an amazing day.